Listen to me very closely, because what is happening right now in Chicago is nothing short of an absolute seismic shift. I am talking about franchise-altering decisions that will dictate the future of this organization for the next decade. We have shocking departures, massive financial maneuvers, and a blockbuster fallout that leaves a young star primed to take over the league. You think you know what the front office is planning, but I am here to tell you the reality is far more intense. Grab a seat, because the landscape of our team is transforming right before our eyes.
Let me start with a piece of news that absolutely sets my soul on fire. When you talk about the Chicago Bears, you talk about a proud franchise, a defensive juggernaut historically, and a team that demands excellence. So when word comes down that our former highly criticized head coach, Matt Eberflus, has officially joined a direct NFC rival, you have to stop and ask yourself, what in the world is going on here? According to my sources across the league, this move was finalized late last night, and let me tell you, it sends shockwaves straight through the division. During his tenure with us, the defensive schemes were predictable, the game management was downright offensive to the sport of football, and the lack of accountability drove fans to the absolute brink of insanity. Now, suddenly, he is walking right into the building of a team we despise, carrying every single schematic secret, every personnel evaluation, and every intimate detail about our locker room. It is a strategic nightmare, ladies and gentlemen. I have spoken to executives who are baffled by how quickly this materialized. They are telling me this rival team believes they can extract the very intel needed to completely neutralize our offensive game plan. It makes my blood boil to think that a man who squandered so much talent here is now being handed a playbook to plot our demise. But let us be completely objective for a second. The front office knew this was a risk when they let him walk. You do not fire a head coach without understanding he will seek employment elsewhere. The problem is the destination. It is an absolute slap in the face to the city of Chicago. We endured the blown leads. We endured the press conferences full of empty promises and cliché coach speak. And now we have to look across the field twice a year and see him plotting against the very players he failed to develop. It is a sickening thought, but it also provides an unbelievable amount of motivation for our current roster. They know what he thinks of them. They know his tendencies better than anyone else. This is no longer just a regular divisional matchup. This is deeply personal. Our front office is now operating with a fierce urgency, realizing that the margin for error has vanished. They are actively tearing down the old foundation to create something bulletproof. And speaking of tearing down the foundation to create something new, you will not believe the massive financial shocker that just dropped regarding the middle of our defense. How far, my friends, is this team really willing to go to clear the books right now?
If you want to keep getting exclusive insights like this and stay ahead of every single major roster move, subscribe right now. Do not miss a second of this critical offseason, because things are moving incredibly fast.
The answer to that question is absolutely staggering, because just moments ago, multiple top insiders, including CBS Sports, confirmed that the Chicago Bears have officially released star linebacker Tremaine Edmunds. Let me be perfectly clear about what this means. This is not just a minor tweak to the depth chart. This is a massive, earth-shattering financial maneuver designed to completely reset the salary cap ahead of the 2026 free agency period. When Tremaine Edmunds was brought in, he was heralded as the ultimate anchor for the middle of our defense. He had the size, he had the undeniable pedigree, and he secured a massive contract that reflected his elite status in this league. But in the National Football League, the phrase business is an absolute reality. The front office looked at the long-term financial health of this team and made a cold, calculated, and frankly, ruthless decision. By cutting him now, they are freeing up a monumental amount of cap space. I am talking about the kind of money that allows a general manager to go out and acquire premium, blue-chip talent at the most critical positions. But let me tell you why this makes me entirely nervous. You do not just replace a man like Tremaine Edmunds overnight. He was a vocal leader. He was the communicator who made sure every single player was lined up correctly before the snap. When you rip the heart out of your defensive unit like this, you are sending a very clear message to the locker room that absolutely nobody is safe. You are telling every single player that performance and potential must align perfectly with the salary cap, or you will be shown the door without hesitation. Some fans are cheering for the cap space, but I am looking at the gaping hole left in the middle of our defense and wondering who is going to step up. Yet as critical as I am of the immediate defensive impact, I have to acknowledge the brilliant strategic foresight here.
This front office is clearing the deck because they know they have a window opening. They are hoarding cash to surround our young offensive core with elite weapons. They are fully committing to outscoring opponents rather than just trying to hold them down. And if you think the departure of a star linebacker is the most explosive storyline of the day, you are completely mistaken. Because while the defense is losing a cornerstone, the offense is about to witness an awakening that will terrify the rest of the conference. Who is the young superstar that is ready to finally step up and dominate the entire league?
I need you to listen to me very closely right now, because the incredible domino effect of these moves is setting up something spectacular. With the stunning blockbuster trade that sent DJ Moore entirely out of town, a massive void was created in our wide receiver room. Many people panicked. The national media questioned the vision. But let me tell you what my sources inside Hallis Hall are saying with absolute certainty. This entire offensive restructuring was designed specifically to unleash Rome Odunze. The coaching staff believes, without a shadow of a doubt, that Odunze is not just a good prospect, but a transcendent talent who is ready to take a massive leap into superstardom. When you look at his tape, you see a player who possesses an extremely rare combination of size, blazing speed, and a catch radius that defies gravity. Last season, he flashed brilliance, but he was always sharing the spotlight. Now, the training wheels are completely off. The front office cleared the cap space on defense, moved the veteran receiver out, and handed the keys to this explosive playmaker. I spoke to a defensive backs coach from a rival team, and he told me point blank that defending Odunze in a primary role is a total nightmare. He runs routes with the precision of a 10-year veteran and attacks the football with an aggressive mentality that you simply cannot teach. This is the Stephen A. Smith in me coming out, because I get so tired of people doubting the master plan. You do not trade away a proven commodity unless you are absolutely convinced that the guy stepping up is destined for greatness. The chemistry he has been building with our quarterback during private workouts is reportedly off the charts. They are putting in the extra hours, perfecting the timing, and building a relentless connection that will scorch opposing secondaries all season long. Every single move this franchise has made over the last 48 hours, from letting a coach walk to cutting a defensive leader to shipping out a star receiver, points directly to this moment. They are building a high-octane, aggressive offensive machine, and Rome Odunze is the primary engine. The pressure on his shoulders is immense, but the opportunity is undeniably legendary. We are no longer hoping for incremental progress. We are demanding absolute dominance on the perimeter. The rest of the league thinks we are rebuilding, but the reality is we are reloading with lethal intentions. This young man is about to shock the world and redefine our identity. Are you prepared to witness the birth of a true football icon starting this very exact season in Chicago right now?
This is the definitive turning point for our franchise. You do not make these aggressive, calculated moves unless you believe a championship window is actively opening. The front office is laying it all on the line, sacrificing the past to secure a dominant future. I want to hear from you. Do you think letting our former coach walk to a rival was a massive mistake or necessary collateral damage? Are you ready to see our young offensive core take over? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, because this debate is just getting started. If you bleed Chicago blue and orange, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. We are covering every angle of this transformation. Bear down, and I will see you next time.